Good morning. It's Tom the Queen City Picker and his faithful sidekick Todd.
Welcome to the Todd and Dummer Show.
I hope everybody's having a good morning. It's been an exciting day.
We're not live yet. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it takes a few minutes for it to catch up.
Nobody heard the music. Maybe they did.
It didn't.
Anyway.
Well, the people that catch it on reruns will. So you've had a bit of an exciting couple of days.
Yeah. It's no big deal. Each one's just stupidity. Different situations, but both with eBay.
Right.
It's weirdness.
So the lady or the person that never shipped whatever you wanted and then said that it was, you'll have to explain it. Good morning, Harbors. The person that was supposed to ship you something that then didn't ship something and said that it was something to do with your address, delivery address. What happened with that? You might want to explain the whole get-go.
Not much. Okay. I bought a package of those tubes of Carmex, the lip balm. And
speak up just a little bit, Todd.
Can you hear me?
I can just barely hear you.
Wonder why that is. Should I unplug my mic and plug it back in? Here, I'll do it. Unplug. And then I'll plug back in. Wait, how is it? Oh, it's not coming through my headset.
I can just barely hear you.
That's weird. My mic is not coming through the headset. It's coming through the computer. Can you hear me now?
Just barely.
Weird.
You can hear Todd okay, Lag?
Can you hear me?
Lag says he can hear you.
No, I can't hear you.
It's just not as strong as you.
Okay.
He said he can hear you, but he's just standing just outside. Anyhow, so whatever happened with that little ordeal? Nishana, while Todd's dealing with technical difficulty, you can set it for a certain, you used to could set it for a certain person, at whatever price. I've never done that, but I know you used to could do that. Are you in the audio settings of the streaming side? If you plugged in the USB removed, everything kicks back into the default studio. Okay. But y'all can hear me okay. Yes. Can you hear me now? Okay, thanks, Lag. Um, I shouldn't have just said anything. I should have said, "Can y'all hear Todd?" Okay. Um, Nishana, I that's the way you know. I haven't ever said it. I know that was an option at one time. Now, if somebody makes an offer, I change the price. Todd. So you'll have to go back in there and look at the listing. I'm not sure what he's doing. Anyway, while he's dealing with that, um, yeah, he's working on that, I guess. For those of you that have children that are in the process of getting their permits or their driver's license, I would check, like in the next couple of months or so, they'll be of age and ready to take their permit or driver's license. You might want to check on your your state website to see if you can set up an appointment, because my youngest son got his license yesterday, first try, and glad you got your permit. You can only you can only renew that permit so many times. But anyway, he got his driver's license yesterday. But this process started out last August. He had to make an appointment. The first appointment was in November. Actually, it was the day before his brother got married, and so we set up an appointment. We got to the appointment before time, and they didn't have anybody to do the driver's test. It was going to be late that evening before they had anybody to do the driver's test, and we had pre-wedding things to do, the rehearsal and the rehearsal party. So he had to reschedule it, and the the first available date was yesterday. Now you can rough it, you can risk it and go in and just stand in line and see if they'll get you in. There was one old bloke that was just one person was doing. He was giving the driver's test, and then after he would do the driver's test, he would take the paperwork. They would go back in like they always do, and he would give the paperwork to a lady, and she would do the actual paperwork. So just saying, you might, like I said, if you got somebody that's going to be going forward with their permit or license soon, you might want to check your schedule and see if you can see if they're doing appointments. Because some places are not even accepting. Yeah, must be really, some places are not even doing walk-ins. You have to do a schedule, an appointment. So there you go. There's your public service announcement for the day. As far as I know, Lag says he's only like 12, but I think he's 40. He's 46-year-old mother of 3, so he might have some kids getting ready to. The only one else that I know that has somebody close to having kids ready to start driving is Nishana and her twins. Excuse me, not Nishana, Anissa, and her twin girls, which would be fun. So there you go. Todd, you want to exit and come back in and see if it'll reset? So anywho, just keep that for future reference. Sorry, Nishana. Oh Lord. Uh, so anyway, um, like I said, it's a deal. Back during when the pandemic was going strong, they didn't even have. They weren't even doing the driver. If a driver came in and they had 60 hours of driving time logged by a licensed driver, then um, then they didn't even have to take the test. They just you could waive the test. Let me catch up with Todd here. Todd,
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
What the hell?
I don't know. I don't know. Somebody saw one someplace. Uh, anyhow,
Anyhow,
so that's my little deal there. You know, that's behind us. If you got kids, keep an eye on it. Um, so Todd, as
yes,
I
sir.
was saying before we went off on a little volume issue. Um, whatever happened? Because the woman, marked it as that your address was wrong. So you want to tell the little story and tell us what you came out with it, if you want to.
Okay,
If you don't,
so I made a little order on eBay for some Carmex, tubes of Carmex.
the lip gloss
It's not
or lip
gloss.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I weighed about the buyer created a label, or the seller created a label, and sex wax. No, not sex wax. Uh, the buyer created a label, so I got that message on eBay. Your item is set to ship. And then 8 days later, I put in a case. Hey, I haven't received my item yet. And I looked at the tracking, and the tracking said label created, but they never took it to the post office. So I'm like, okay. So then the seller messages me on eBay messaging and says, your item was lost by the courier. I was thinking, no, it wasn't lost. You never took it to the post office, liar. And we're going to cancel your order and send you a refund. So then I get a mess. So then I get the cancellation goes through, and I read what the buyer put, or the seller put on the, the reason, air quotes, the reason for cancellation was there's a problem with the buyer's address. So that's another lie. There's no problem with my address. I've been buying on eBay for 15, 20 years. Lag. eBay sellers are the worst. Shut up.
Yeah.
So I replied to their message and said, lied to me twice on this. You know, first lie was it wasn't lost by a courier. You never took it to the mailbox. Second lie was their excuse to eBay so that they wouldn't get a ding on their account for being out of stock or flat out late shipping. And I tried to give them a negative, but apparently
You can't anymore.
if a seller cancels your order because of the reason they gave, you can't give a negative. So that pisses me off. It doesn't piss me off so much that I didn't get the product. It pisses me off that they lied twice, and it hurts all sellers on eBay. Like, you know, like Lag said up there. You know, what did he say? eBay sellers are the worst.
Yeah.
So that's what people start thinking. They order something and they don't get it, and they get a bogus reason. That's some big BS right there. It wasn't a high dollar item.
Right.
My lips aren't going to fall off because I don't get my Carmex on time. I can go down to the convenience store and get a tube, but it just give it time to education time.
Well, you know, the post office can make honest mistakes, and I'm gonna say that. I sold an item. I think we were going to go to Old Fort the next day, Roberto's parents' house, and so I went ahead and got it packed up. This was on a Friday. I went ahead and got it packed up, and I took it out to the post office, and they scanned it, and by the time I got back to the house, it was, you know, it takes 10 minutes at the most to go to the post office and back. I got back, and there was a message through eBay saying that the post office showed delivered, and they couldn't find it. So I'm like, and this person was in California. I'm in North Carolina. Yes, the postal service. I mean, I really think they do some quick delivery at times for the amount you pay, but they're not that quick. So I went back out to the post office and I showed them my receipt where they had given it to me. And the guy, the person I saw, which was not the person that scanned it in for me when I got there, because I had printed the label at home, he had to get the postmaster out there. And he came out there and he looked at it and went over to a keyboard and was click, 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 click. And he said, oh, what they did was they scanned it as delivery instead of scanned it as accepted. So he changed that setting, and I gave him an email address, and he sent me a message saying he's sorry that he made a mistake, that it has not been delivered yet. It was still at the Charlotte post office. And then I went in and I posted a message back to the buyer saying, you know, they scanned it wrong at the post office. Here's, you know, blah blah blah, a copy of the postmaster's message, and everything was cool. But he didn't look pleased. He did not look pleased when when he realized that the person had scanned it as delivered and not received. So, like I said, they can do honest mistakes up there, and I'll give them you know, benefit of doubt on that. What's wrong, Todd?
Can you see that?
Hold on just a second. Hold on a second. Let's go to this. Let's get out of studio mode. Oop. Let's go to here.
What are you doing? All I see is you.
Yeah, that's all you see on the screen is me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm saying. Okay, wait. Let's see.
There we go.
Wait. Let's see.
You want me to take?
That's kind of weird. I'm trying to show. Yeah, it's doing one of those weird things. Anyway, that seller still has that listing up for the CarMax. Here, I'll put. Everybody go to this. Everybody go to that item number in eBay. They still got that listing up. Holy cow. They've already got a couple of negatives on their feedback from people not receiving their item. Yeah.
Tommy, there's a link to the chat if you got time to come in.
So that just, if you're going to put up a listing, and then if you run out of it,
The link is in the chat if anybody wants to join Todd and I. We're not, you don't have to just come. Your parole officer want to let you associate with Todd. Okay.
Good advice, Tommy. I would pay attention to your parole officer.
Good morning. Let me do some good mornings here.
Mom's server firewall blocked him.
Good morning. Good morning, Lag, as always. Good morning, Harbor's Hope. Nishana's good to see you again. James W., good morning.
Yeah, I don't.
Tommy,
If they
of course.
still have them, why didn't they just go ahead and fulfill the order even if it was late? I guess
Yeah.
they didn't want any more. I guess they didn't want any late dings on their account either.
Yeah.
And
Good morning, Anissa.
if they're out of them, why don't they take the listing down? God, some sellers, they give us all. It makes
bad
me
night.
mad that it gives us all sellers on eBay a bad name. People don't want to buy from eBay because they're this kind of BS.
Right. Good morning, Mr. Sadie. Good morning, Bumcrack. How are you doing? Does I have to watch Thomas 2 soon, again soon, the Murdoch trial? Oh, the Murdoch trial. Oh, Lord. By any chance, has anybody seen the new South Park episode where they're making fun of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? Of course, it's the Prince and Princess of Canada, but anyway, it's a hoot. You're not famous until South Park has done a parody of you. Yeah, one desk cat. Nishana says that she lives at the thrift store. What did you charge them for security while you were there?
They locked you in? Wow.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Fish. Good morning. Oh, there's just too much crap going on the news. I saw a good meme, and then I was going to I was going to save it, but then Facebook did something with it. Anyway, it was when they're doing the ET, the picture that's always associated with ET is like where the boy is on his bicycle and ET's in the basket, and they're in front of the moon flying. Well, in this one, it had an F-16 behind it with uh, two missiles headed towards on the side. I thought it was pretty cute. And this one, because this seems to be the old man show anymore. Um,
Uh-oh, he gone. Bye, Tom. ET stands for early turd. Todd has a roll of stamps. Yeah? Yeah, that's easy to use. You get your little dispenser. In fact, I got a whole bunch of these dispensers if anybody wants one. You're confused, but that's normal. You're back, Tom.
okay, I don't know what
I
happened.
think. I don't either. So that wasn't the bad thing that happened on eBay the last couple of days.
Yeah, that was episode 1 of Trials of Todd. Tell him about episode 2.
Actually, 2 was 1, but we got them out of order.
Okay.
So, where'd it go? Here it is. Let's show you what it is. Dun, dun, dun. I got it all wrapped up. Anyway, you know what a team pennant is, right? This is all rolled up. A triangle-shaped pennant. It's about 32 inches long. It's Duke Blue Devils. 2 days ago I listed this, but I had also listed an Auburn pennant. And so I hit sell similar after I was done with the Auburn pennant. And so after I listed this, I uploaded it and everything. And then yesterday morning, I was looking through my recently listed items and saw that I had inadvertently left the Auburn pictures on the Duke listing. So the listing was live. It was a good listing. So I go in to revise the listing and put the Duke pictures on instead of the Auburn pictures. So I'll go down there and hit relist after I get the pictures fixed. And I get to this message. You are not able to sell this item. We're taking down this listing. You're not able to list this item because you might be named in a lawsuit. And this item is not allowed for sale on eBay. I said, well, it was just up yesterday. And the Auburn pennant is because it's Duke, James. And so I call eBay. Oh my God. So I talked to one rep. She couldn't figure it out. She sent me on to the supervisor. And the supervisor said, got to looking at it, he said, give me a minute, you know? So 30 minutes later, give me a minute. So 15 minutes later, he finally gets on and he says, I think I see what happened. You're 3 weeks ago, I had tried to list a pair of nunchucks, right? And nunchuck, you can't sell nunchucks on eBay. I didn't know that when I tried to list the nunchucks. So, I mean, that's fine. If I can't sell nunchucks, no big deal. Here's the nunchucks. Ah! I'm a ninja. Anyway, I get that I can't sell the nunchucks. But does this look like nunchucks? No, this is a college pennant. He said, some reason there was a glitch, and the listing for the Duke pennant was tied to the nunchucks. He said, I made notes and I think I got it fixed. What you need to do is take down your old listing for the Duke pennants and do an all new start from the beginning and do an all new listing of the Duke pennant. So I did that. I made an all new listing, new pictures, new everything, and I hit the button to make it go live, and I get the same damn message. And so I call eBay back again. So by this time I'm talking to the rep. First rep can't figure it out. They send it on to their supervisor. So now I've talked to 4 people on eBay about this. And then I said, here, let me send you a picture of the message. So she sends me an email and I send her a picture of the message. And I get a response saying, thank you for the picture. I will study this and get back with you. So then this morning, I get another message saying, basically, I can't figure this out. I'm sending it on to some other team thing. Let me see what they said. I'm like, what the hell? It's just a pennant. And I've been able to make other listings besides those. Hi, Victoria. Anyway,
Victoria.
let's see. Where's my... So they're sending it on to... Who did she say?
Victoria, there's the link for the show if you want to slum it with me and Todd.
This is Jasmine with eBay's leadership team about what we talked yesterday. You're trying to relist your Duke University pennant, but you're getting a message saying you're not approved to sell the item due to being named in the lawsuit. I looked into this as much as I can to see what's going on. However, I wasn't able to find out why this message was showing up. I've sent it to our accounts team. So that way we can look further into why this message is showing up and preventing you from relisting the item. Thank you for your patience. Well, I looked into this and I hope we can get an answer for you quickly. Jasmine, eBay leadership team. So I'm like, what the hell, nation? Anyway, that's my story.
So you still just hanging out there. Have you tried listing anything else?
Yeah, I've listed jackets, I've listed caps, I've listed sports photographs.
And that
They all
pennant
went through fine. It's just this Duke pennant.
and some Duke people. They're obsessed. They think they're better than everybody else. They hold themselves higher than anybody else I know, except for the Alabama group.
But it's weird because the Auburn pennant is still listed. It didn't get flagged for anything.
It's just one of their little glitches.
The pennants are made by the same company out of the same material, probably the same year.
Hold on just a second. Nishana, have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, and the shine got to go.
Yeah. And
All
we
right.
actually have a lady. Good morning.
Hey,
Good morning, Victoria.
morning.
Hi,
Trying to
Victoria.
figure out this. Hey, trying to figure out this room that you're using. I've never heard of this. I usually use StreamYard, so this is all new to me.
Yeah, I was using StreamYards too, and I started trying this one out. I'm using the free service, the free one. I'm not going to a paid one.
Do you like this one better?
Yeah, it's got a lot of things you can do that StreamYards doesn't, but it's also so I like playing around with that, and but it's it's got a few little glitches. Like Tuesday, they pushed an update, and when I logged in, I noticed they had changed something. And when I tried to go live,
I
it was
should do that,
it was
Sadie.
connecting to YouTube, but it wasn't actually sending a video stream.
Mm.
But they got that fixed up. So, but yeah, I like it.
When I was coming in, I was trying to get my camera and my microphone to work, and I could not figure. That's why it took me so long. I couldn't figure it out. Finally, there was a little thing at the top of the screen that I had missed that says allow. So,
Yeah. Sorry.
yeah. Oh
Um,
no, you're
Yeah,
good.
those numbers I put there is the Auburn pennant. Sorry, Victoria.
Oh, you're good. You're
You
good.
probably didn't get in on all this. Hey, Victoria, I got a question.
Yeah.
Do these nunchucks look like a Duke Blue Devil pennant, college pennant? You know what
A
a
little
pennant
bit.
is? That
No, I'm teasing. No, they don't.
a
Why?
little
What
bit.
happened?
eBay thinks they are.
Oh my gosh.
They took down my list.
eBay has been being very weird the last few days. Different people have told me different things. Crazy. I've read some stuff that they've been doing. I guess they were charging a lot of people some. I couldn't understand it. The auction professor was talking about it. Something to do with antiques. They were charging $1 per listing where they weren't supposed to. They weren't supposed to. Yeah, James, gallery listings, Gallery Plus, which I never used that, so I didn't know about it. But yeah, they were saying that one person got like a $10,000 bill. Can you imagine? No, no, no.
What the hell? 10,000.
Yeah. Well, auction professor, he got an $800. They just took it out of his account. $800, one fell swoop.
wow.
Just over a glitch.
Yeah, a glitch.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So that's a little scary to me. I mean, they have our bank account numbers. You know, they could take as much money as they wanted out. That's crazy.
They could try.
Yeah, they.
Well, no,
There,
they could do it, and
yeah. There is in
And
the
then
chat. I just put
they might-
Victoria's link to her channel. If anybody's not subscribed to her channel,
Yeah.
check it out.
I bet they would fix it later, but
Yeah, but how long would it take? Think about all the checks that would bounce. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about that. I think I'm going to take my eBay account and I'm going to open up just an account so it's not associated with my household account,
yeah.
which is probably what I should have done when I first started my store. But hey, Alan.
Tom doesn't worry about that. He's got millions in his
Oh, shh.
account.
Yeah. You know, I tell you what. If I had all of Todd's money and just the opportunity to just go in the backyard and turn that oil well on and pump out a few gallons so I can
Yeah.
go to Italy or that kind of stuff, you know.
All those folks down here in Texas are rich.
That's
We're
right.
rich. We got the moolah. We got the
That's
big
actually-
bucks.
That's a good idea, James. He said I can do chargebacks at my eBay bank, and he would if they charged him wrong. That's actually a really good idea. How long would it take you though to get the money back into your account? And you know, eBay's not going to pay any of those checks that bounce or any of that stuff that bounces out of your account. You know they're not.
Well, the bank would
Yes.
forgive those when they found out what's going on, but
Yeah.
You know,
still, it's you're going to spend hours of your time fixing it,
Yeah.
and then
That
have to
happened with-
wait days to get cleared up.
Years ago, that happened. I had our mortgage on auto pay, and 1 month my mortgage company took it out twice, and that wiped us out for that month. And we had checks bouncing, and they said, they're like, okay, we're going to reverse this charge this time, but if it ever happens again, you're going to have to pay it. And I'm like, it wasn't my fault. Why would I have to pay it? But thank goodness it didn't happen again, knock on wood.
you know, I believe that eBay has done. I believe they have really messed up a bunch of things, and they make errors. But I really, truly believe that they're really watching this this banking because that can get real expensive real fast. Like,
And you know what? Even if it's, I mean, think about the millions of dollars that they've probably charged people overall, everybody. Think about how much money they're making on their checking account from getting that money from people. I mean, that's against the law. That's so against the law.
They have enough bad press with sellers and buyers that they start messing with people's checking account, their checking accounts, then they would really have some issues under their
Yeah.
hands. I put the link for Victoria, because Victoria, you do a morning podcast. What, like at 6 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time?
7:30 my time, Eastern time. 7:30.
7:30. And I also put Tommy's in there. If you're still in here, what night are you doing your podcast? Because he was doing them. He does his after I go to bed at night. Let's just put it.
Yeah, he does his. Yeah, he's always done his shows after I'm well into sleepland.
No, whereabouts are you at?
Me, I'm in Florida, Jacksonville.
Oh, you're in Jacksonville. Okay.
I agree, Mr. Sadie. That might be a lawsuit. Yeah, good old Florida, which it's 69 degrees right now here.
Yeah, that's nice.
Nice
It's been
weather
getting
out.
up. It's been getting up into the 60s here in the afternoon, so we've been having the windows open and letting the cats get in the window, so we don't have, let them get some air.
Yeah.
Victoria's got rabid mating squirrels outside her window.
I think they were going at it this morning, that's for sure. There was
They're
two
out
of them out
there.
there.
They're out there on the grass getting after it. What
No,
happened
it was
on
only
Victoria's
one.
show.
It was only one doing push-ups on the grass, and I was trying to figure out why it was just the one. I'm like, so you're missing something, buddy. Bum crack!
Bumcrack's out of the hospital. Whoop whoop.
See, I called eBay yesterday and noticed an eBay payment that I should have taken out of my bank account. It confused me as it was actually a payment going in from something I'd sold. Okay.
Oh.
So,
Oh,
Todd, you must get up at the crack of dawn to catch Victoria's show.
I do. I'm an early risener.
I would not be an early riser if it wasn't for that show. That's the whole reason I started it, is so that I would get up and not sleep the day away. And it's helped.
Well, that's good.
I like your minions in the back.
Oh, thank you. Every one of those came from one of my viewers. I mean,
Really?
except for that one. I bought the little, what's that guy called? Commonwealth Picker sells him. It's the Enema. I bought the Enema, but all the other stuff came from my viewers because they know I love Minions.
Yeah,
Oh.
I like the one. I like the minion. It always dresses as a girl, and he wears that bobbed off black hair.
Yeah, I got more up there.
Lord,
Yeah. Oh, I've got more than that. I've probably got 4 or 5 times that many. But I'm trying to trade them out because I don't have enough places to put them up there. So. Bye,
That's
James. Hey, Anissa. Chickens need feed.
oh Lord. With the price of eggs, people need to get some chickens.
Mm-hmm. Although, didn't the feed go up too? To
Yeah,
feed?
it did. Our Food Lion, I don't know whether you have Food Lions in Jacksonville or not, but they've got signs up they just limiting 2 dozen of eggs per purchase.
Wow.
But
Last
it's
time I was
not
in
because of a shortage. He said it's because I know the dairy guy. He said it's because all these mom and pop shops are coming in and buying all their eggs, and then adding 70 cents to it and selling it in their convenience store and whatnot. And he said so, because Food Lion, because it's a big chain, they get a real good price on it. He said they just can't touch it, so they come in and buy theirs, and then their customers don't have any.
Wow.
But he said that a couple of restaurants source from their store, and they know that the management, they can come in and they can buy 8 dozen eggs if they need to because they have a relationship with them.
Yeah. You were saying 70 cents, even $1. I don't think that would be enough money, enough return for me to go and pick up a ton of eggs to resell in my, it cost me that in gas to get over there.
Well, I guess, okay, it's like this. My wife Roberta will say, "Stop by the store and pick up such and such," and I go in there and I get one of the little tiny buggies, and then I'm in there getting whatever she told me to get. And then I see that they've got pastries on sale, 2 for $1. I mean, 2 for,
Yeah, that's true.
buy one, get one free. And so I have to get a couple of those. And then I remember that I need some dish detergent or something. And I go over and get that. And,
Yeah, all of those unexpected purchases that you didn't really mean to get. Yeah.
What I was thinking about doing was getting a picture of a whole bunch of eggs and blowing it up real big and using it for the background of my eBay listings. You're supposed to use a white background, and people are going to think, "Hey, I'm buying from a rich seller."
Rich seller. His stuff is good.
that was like back when lumber was, you're paying $10 for a 2x4 8 feet long. And there was several memes that was like this raggedy old pickup truck, and he had like 6 or 7 2x4s in the back of it. And the meme was, yeah, go ahead, show off how rich you are, having all those 2x4s in the back.
You know what? It's always something. Have you guys noticed that? It's lumber one year, it's toilet paper another, it's eggs another year. It's always something is in demand, and it goes up like skyrockets in price, or it's not in the shelves. It's crazy.
Yeah. And that's the way it's been. I mean, there was a black market in Charlotte of toilet paper when I'm serious. You go to Food Lion, there would be people waiting for the truck to get there. The truck gets there like at 6:30 in the morning. There's people was waiting outside the door of the Food Lion to get into the store to get to the toilet paper.
That was like what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
I bet people are still using the toilet paper they stockpiled. They're probably still using it.
Oh, absolutely. They got a big old storage shed out back with about 50 bundles of that stuff.
You really?
No,
You're one of them.
No. I just was saying, I bet there's a bunch of people with bundles of
yeah.
it like that.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
We
now.
bought some extra back then, but we used it up with it was only like a month's worth.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what we did. We
7
bought
Club didn't have any.
Wow, we bought 2 packs and it lasted us a couple months. And yeah, I
What's
was like,
that
well,
lag?
when this is going, we're just gonna use, washcloths that we can just, rewash or something. I don't know. If we never get toilet paper again, we'll just have to use leaves or something. I don't know.
What do I
Yeah.
need to tell you, lag?
Hmm?
Lag says, Todd, you have something to tell us.
Oh, probably because I thought it was you that had stockpiled the toilet paper.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, I was
I
the
can-
one price gouging it on eBay. Yeah, that was me. I confess.
one of the people that I
Hoarding.
follow,
Okay.
she's down in the Georgetown, South Carolina area, and she manages a hotel up in it's the resort that's right above right below Georgetown on the coast, right above Georgetown. Anyway, it's a real ritzy area, and she said that they could not. They have like 100 rooms. It's a small boutique type hotel. She said we could only sell. I mean, we could only rent out 50 of them because we didn't have enough toilet paper for the rooms.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even
And she
think
said
about
her
that.
manager or the owner of the hotel was driving to like to Columbia and buying toilet paper to bring back for their hotel. So you were not using a normal hotel toilet paper. You were using Charmin and that kind of stuff.
Wow. I bet people were taking the toilet paper too from their hotel rooms, taking it home with them after,
bet.
they got done.
I guess that's where when you go into McDonald's or someplace like that, they have the big dispensers with the lock on it.
Yes.
What was that Friends episode where they were going to pay for their hotel with all the freebie stuff that was in the hotel? They had soaps and shampoos and towels and all sorts of crap, robes.
Lag, that's what we use in my house is Scott's. Only Scott's. And I know that it's like John Wayne toilet paper, but it does your fingers don't go through that crap. I mean, it doesn't. So
It's like
We,
rubbing your ass with a shipping box.
when we were when we went to our youngest sons are adopted from Ukraine, and when we went to Ukraine, we brought back some Ukrainian toilet paper, and it's like a crepe paper, 300 sandpaper. I mean, that
my
stuff
gosh.
is worse. Which before we went, Roberta was on a Facebook group. My wife, she was on a Facebook group with all these other women that had, their families had adopted from Ukraine, and they said, "Take toilet paper, take toilet paper. If you don't need it while you're there, leave it with your host family when you come back." And that's what we did because that stuff is rough.
They're probably used to it though. Their skin down there where you would wipe is probably like really really tough because they're used to it.
People pack packages, shipments over here with that toilet paper from over there.
Wow.
It's something else. But who would ever thought that there'd be a toilet paper shortage?
I know. That was crazy. That was crazy. When you were talking about your friend that owns that hotel, did they have a connection where they buy their toilet paper from like a distributor? I
The
wonder if they
distributor
were
could get it.
Wow. That's pretty bad when your distributor can't even get it.
They probably were getting it.
Alan.
She said that they were because they're a small hotel. They were probably making sure the Holiday Inns and the Hyatts and stuff like that was getting
course.
all that they needed.
Yeah. I
But she
get
said they may do. They may do. Well, the big thing about it is with the toilet paper shortage, the bidets have become real popular in new construction and whatnot.
Baby wipes.
Alan says only baby wipes touch his hiney. They gotta
Dude,
be flexible though. They gotta
You're
be
from the
flexible.
North Carolina coast. You used more stuff than just toilet paper, especially when you were a boy. You used pine needles and everything else.
Ouch! Ouch! Ouch!
Probably
Ouch!
use fish skins.
Let's see.
You know what? Even when you use those baby wipes, Alan, you got to wipe off the wetness of the baby wipe. So you're going to have to use some sort of paper to wipe that out. I mean,
He probably grabs his wife's blow dryer and just points it at his butt and dries off that way.
you know what they need? You know how they have those little bidets? They
Yeah.
need a blow dryer bidet that you just sit on it and it blows
I
your
think
butt
they have
dry.
those.
Oh, do they really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Listen, you need, Victoria, when you have nothing to do, you're laying in bed trying to go to sleep at night, you need to search Japanese toilets.
Oh,
And,
geez.
and look at their toilet. They have some fancy toilets over there.
Really? They spend
Yeah.
their money on their booties, huh?
Yeah, they spend some money on that. Yeah, and this says, that she has to stock up all the time with 5 girls in the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
That,
way
yes.
you reseller is just to keep up the toilet paper supply.
Every hotel in Italy had bidets,
Wow.
but they also had toilet paper because they knew tourists.
Tourist.
A lot of
I've used a
tourists
bidet.
liked it, but
Okay, I'll tell you my experience with the bidet. I've used it once because I just wanted to try it to see what it was about. Oh my gosh, when that water hit my hiney, I about shot up off that toilet so fast. It is the weirdest feeling you will ever feel.
And you heard it here on the Queen City Pickup Show.
Just saying. Just
better
saying.
than
I have
sex,
tried
right,
it.
Victoria? Better than
Yeah.
sex.
And you-
No, it was not. It was
It
very
was not.
shocking. I'm like,
Uh,
whoa.
Oh, Lord. Mr. Sadie says baby wipes in the hair dryer.
Oh, there you go.
Mr. Sadie, you said that you were kind of holding off. You have not been playing your card game lately. You took that hit in that
Lord.
football game. Go Jaguars, by the way.
Oh no, the leaf blower's out of gas. I can't dry my ass.
Gotta get a plug-in one.
Oh, there you go.
When we were in Australia, I mean, back in '94, our experiences with toilets had been, the normal American flush toilets. And then we go over there and we're just like fascinated because they have instead of having one lever, they've got 2 buttons, and one's for a full flush and one's for a partial flush, depending on what you're in there for. And we're like, that's a nifty idea to save water.
Yeah. We had one of those at our last house before we sold it. We had gotten one of those. And you know what? You hardly ever use that half flush one. I always use the full flush one because I'm like, well, what if I have to flush it twice?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be, I hardly ever use that half. It was like a wasted button.
Well, especially when you have ladies in the house because, they use toilet paper. So, years ago, when I worked for a land surveyor, we were doing a location on a new house that was being built, and the family had 4 boys, and they had like a suite. It was like 4 bedrooms, and then they had this big communal bathroom, and it had like 2 toilets, and it had urinals in it,
Wow.
and then it had 4 sinks, and I mean it was set up for having 4 boys, and having the urinals in there, it's pretty cool because they got all these boys. But if you had girls, I guess that would be a neat point.
My husband Todd always said we want to build a house, our retirement house. We would like to build so we can get it to our specs while we want in it. And he always said we're putting a urinal in there. I'm like, well, you're cleaning it. I'm not cleaning it.
Well, this guy had gone to an antique auction where they sell. There's a name for it, where they sell like parts of houses and rooms, and that kind of thing. And he had bought 2 urinals out of a courthouse that they had torn down. So they were like from 1920 something. And I'm thinking, dang, I didn't even know they had urinals in 1920.
Yeah, I didn't know they did either.
But it's well, Victoria, it's 10 o'clock. We usually try to make it about an hour, so we need to get out of here. Todd's probably,
Sounds
we all
good.
got stuff to do, I guess. And my wife works. She's sitting right across the desk from me, and she's got a conference calls coming up, so I need to get off of here so I can be quiet.
Hi, Miss Tom.
Her name's Roberta,
Hi,
and
Roberta.
she so I have to get out, have to make it kind of quick. When she was on vacation last week, because we were supposed to be on a cruise last week, and then I had a mild heart attack 3 weeks ago,
Oh,
and so we didn't go. So every day it was like, we should be sitting on our balcony watching the water go by, or well, we would be headed into Cayman this morning.
aw. You can
So
reschedule that, right? You can
our,
reschedule it.
we canceled it and we're going to reschedule
Oh,
it.
good, good, good. So you don't
Yeah.
lose it.
They don't let you just move it. You have to cancel it because
Oh,
they they make money off of it.
yeah.
But we
Different
got it. We
companies.
had insurance, so we're getting the penalty we have to pay back.
Nice run.
Harbors, you leaving tomorrow? Where you going?
Yay. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. No, they run cruises out of Jacksonville now, don't they?
They do. Yeah. They're a little more expensive though than going down south to get on the cruise ship. Of course, then if you go down south, you got to pay for a hotel room or whatnot. So
Parking and whatnot, or you
yeah.
fly in. It's and all the big cruisers, the channels, they're all in Florida or they're in California or near the terminals where they
Hmm.
can get these last minute weekend cruises for $249 a person type thing like that.
Exactly.
We have Carnival out of Charleston, which they're getting ready to leave because they're getting ready to. They don't really have a terminal down here. It's just kind of a make do thing, and they're getting ready to build a cruise terminal because it was an income source. Because right now, when the ship is in port, they can't make any announcements over the intercom
Oh,
because the noise. You can be on the other side of Charleston and you can hear the
wow.
announcements, and so people were complaining about that. But anyway, thank you for coming in with us this morning, Victoria. Thank you,
Yeah,
Todd, as
Victoria.
always.
This
Thank
is
you,
fun.
everybody in the chat. And
Hi, you guys.
Victoria, you're welcome anytime you'd like to come in.
Oh, thank you.
I
Thank
put
you.
the Victoria's link in the chat, so if you're not subscribed to her, check her out. Subscribe to her. I'm just when she's online in the morning, I'm getting kids go. Oh well, they're not kids anyway. Sons to work, all the cats fed, all that kind of stuff. But I need to make
Yeah.
it. I need to make an
Lag
attempt.
lag is saying hold. I don't know why.
Okay. What?
What is that?
No,
What
hold
is that
is
lag?
don't sell anything.
Don't sell anything.
Yeah, he always gives stock market advice and stuff.
Oh. I thought you meant eBay. Oh, I was okay.
Okay. Now, Victoria, I don't know whether lag comes into your show or not, but
Every once in a while.
we
I'll
don't
see
know
it.
anything about lag.
Lag is full of lag. He really
Yeah.
is.
He tells us he's living at home in his mother's basement. He acts like he's about 12 at times. I personally think he's a 46-year-old mother of 4. Yeah.
Why 4? I know
I
you
don't
said 4. We
know.
won't get into that.
So anyway, y'all check
Yeah.
out her channel in the morning. Once
Yeah.
again, thank y'all for everybody coming in. Todd, you got a final word?
Just I'm sad today. My teenage heartthrob Raquel Welch died.
I saw
Oh, did
that
she?
Yeah.
yesterday. Yeah, she died
I
yesterday.
remember
She was
Mom wouldn't let me
82.
put that poster of her up in my room when I was
She was
young.
She was 82, Todd. Did you realize that?
That's not very old. I
No,
plan to
and
live
she looked,
at
but
least
she
that long.
looked good. She looked good. I looked up her
Yeah.
picture after I
Yeah.
saw it. Oh my gosh.
Something about a sudden illness or something.
Yeah.
I looked for a reason and I couldn't find one, so they must have updated it after I looked.
If
So,
she had any work done, she had a good doctor because she did not look like she had had any work done at all.
she looked amazing. Yeah.
I
I mean, when she started in 1 million BC,
Oh.
she wore scantily
Mhm.
scantles.
But that
She
was nothing.
hot.
That's nothing now, Todd.
No, but it was huge back then.
Oh yeah, back then
Yeah.
it was big. You know, and then she was in the roller derby. movie.
Yeah, she did a roller
With
derby
the Bay
movie.
City Rollers or something, or was that the?
Something like that.
Oh, I didn't know
Well,
about
that's
that
great.
one.
Yeah, she played a roller derby. I mean, it was a whole movie about her being a member of a roller derby team.
Huh.
And all the politics, and you got to let. And the biggest thing is because
I
I don't even
remember.
know if it's streaming or anything like that was that she was supposed to let this girl win, and it got down and dirty at the end, and she didn't let her win. So
Oh.
because of all the politics, who wins this time and who wins that time.
I remember Johnny Carson was interviewing her about that movie, and I watched that. And Johnny said something like, "Man, they're rough in that roller derby stuff. They knock each other down and fall and stuff." And Raquel Welch said, "Oh, but they wear a lot of padding too. There's a lot of padding involved to prevent injuries." And of course, Johnny says, "Oh, I know they're padded."
Well, it's like
There's
the,
lots
the
of padding.
wrestlers. When they jump, when they pick somebody up and slam them down on the floor, and they don't have any padding
Does
on,
not lag.
Oh.
and they know, but the people say, well, they know how to fall. It's still got to sting a lot when you hit that mat.
Yeah. Yeah.
From 6 feet up in the air. So anyway, I got to get out of here. So y'all have a great day. Victoria, come in and join us anytime you want
I
to.
will. Thank you.
And we will talk to y'all later.
Bye,
Y'all
guys.
everybody have a great day.
Bye.